Hello, Brawlers, and welcome to the BakuTalking Longer Podcast. I'm Haru Ren, and I'm going to be soloing this podcast this week. So we got a lot to cover, actually, and when you're on the podcast with me, you're always going to get top-notch product. Especially if you support BakuTalk. Support BakuTalk in our campaign to reach 1,000 subscribers by pressing the thumbs up, giving us a subscribe, and leaving a comment down below. So let's start BakuTalking Longer. Let's talk about the Armored Alliance Bakugan Arena that was just brought up, the competitive tournaments, some LGS support that's apparently going to be coming out, and also what this future of this channel will hold in 2020, and what will be the most played deck in 2020 as well as what should we expect in the Armored Alliance show going forward. So Bakugan Armored Alliance is coming out in 2020, and the Battle Arena was actually just shown at Target, and Target listed them the Battle Arena in. And for some reason, I feel like this arena is a lot more better than the previous arenas. I still don't agree with what the arena really means. When you put a Battle Arena on, it's kind of like a staple toy, kind of the other kind of toy that you would expect, but there's actually more to it than that. This arena can hold your 3 Bakugan using these little display things that attaches onto the arena, and it holds the cards as well. It's sort of like the same thing that clips the cards on, like you see in those Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual discs that we used to have as kids, and those ruined our cards. So I'm kind of worried about that as well. But I'm also excited about this Hydrus, the Auralus Hydrus that's coming in the Battle Arena. And based on what the target images look like, it seems like that this Hydrus has a gold tilting or something. It's gold painting. They take the name Golden Bakugan very literally and put it as solid gold. Hydrus is already a really great design for Bakugan Armored Alliance in 2020. The newest design for Hydrus, I am extremely excited for. It's way better than what we got in the first season, and the core Hydrus for Armored Alliance is definitely something that should be on people's want list. What does this have? What does this actually mean? Well, this Hydrus actually is very good. It's like 802, and I believe based on the invitational tournaments that have been revealed from the cards in the Armored Elite pack, they have been very. The power creep is very good so far. Hydrus's Evo apparently attaches cores or something. I didn't really look into that very much because I wasn't really that far. But the thing about the arena is that you can get people to buy it just for the Bakugan, the exclusive Bakugan that comes inside, but people probably won't keep it. I know that I don't have mine anymore. I bought the blue arena, and that's about it. I only bought the blue arena for the blue Dragonoid that came inside it. Because Blue Dragonoid was exclusive to that arena. Not like it was any good anyway, because it was like 400 beat power and 2 damage, and Titan Evo is a beat stick as well. And I believe that they had another arena. It was the red arena, and that was like Pyrus Phaedrus core. That was the exclusive Bakugan, Pyrus Phaedrus for the red arena. But people only bought the arenas for the exclusive Bakugan. The arenas design themselves are kind of crap. I'll be honest with you. I don't mean to offend anybody. If you have a different opinion, then that's fine. If you like it, you like it. But I personally don't like it. My blue arena kind of warped or something. So it's rolling Bakugan is an absolute nightmare. So the arenas are not something that I usually recommend people buying. If people bring up the arena, I just don't say anything. So So that's why I got a mat. What I really want Bakugan to do is actually to start making those mats that you see at those conventions. We got a different design map. We got a different design mat for the invitationals, for the invitational tournament, and those look absolutely wicked. Why are they not on sale in stores? Why are they not? Why are they not on sale at retailers, or why are they not on sale at LGS? We only got them mass produced and distributed during that Age of Auralist pre-release, and also at those official conventions, which are only in the U.S. So unless I booked a flight to the U.S. and spent my money on a ticket to that con, I was not gonna get an actual Bakugan Battle Brawlers mat. Instead, I got a custom mat from RXXC's Matrix mats, and I've been using that ever since. But because of the introduction of more mechanics, I got a feeling my mat is going to be outdated, because Justin Gary has said that he planned out Bakugan for the next 4 years. So he's like on season 4-ish. He's on season 4, and he's probably still going and still working on it. I appreciate all that Bakugan is doing, and I appreciate Justin and Gary's inputs and their design abilities, their abilities as game designers, because they were former Magic players, and I think it's a great idea to get them on board to create this game. But my concern for Bakugan is that why we don't have mats, because you're playing Bakugan Pro and you're not having mats being sold. You could make a ton of money with those mats. Like, I guarantee you, probably a lot of people will want to buy mats. They don't want to buy the arenas. And I know Walmart has the Bakugan Frisbee mats, but that's only like Walmart exclusive in the U.S. We don't have that here in Canada. We don't have that anywhere else. For some reason, a lot of the stuff is U.S. exclusive. The most exclusive that we got in Canada is those 2-packs with Syndius and all those other things. Those Bakugan 2-packs, but that's about it. And for a long time, those 3 figures are exclusive to those 3 figures of Dragonoid, Trox, and Nilius. They were exclusive to Target, and then all of a sudden they made themselves here at Toys R Us here in Canada. That's exclusives. So these staple toys are definitely are collector's items. The Bakugan Arena, though, I think might need to go. That's the thing. Like, I'm very sure that kids are going to buy them. But going by like Bakugan Pro standards, we would actually, a lot of us want mats instead. We don't want the arena. We want mats, and it's not enough to like just put two 1-player mats together. We want a full mat, and you could probably charge maybe like $40-$45 at retail for those things, and people will probably buy them. If you want to go like even lower, maybe you can charge $30, but that's something that you guys should probably consider doing, and that's Vanguard does 1-player mats. I think Magic has mats. Yu-Gi-Oh has mats, obviously, too. Like, not those paper ones that you see in those starter decks or anything. But mats are definitely something that should be a priority. It may not happen immediately, but, it's something that we are all asking for. And, that's pretty much a drive home. That's pretty much a drive home point for that one. The mats themselves need to start going into retail, and you need to start bringing more stuff, more of those pro stuff in. You guys are already taking it to the next step. You got that invitational tournament that was like wicked. You got those 3-packs those collector packs. With the giant cards. You guys are already taking the next step. You guys giving us foldable deck boxes. That's something we've been asking for, and that you've answered them. And I'm very excited about that. Now I actually have a reason to buy those collector packs, not just for the 3-packs and stuff, but also the deck boxes. I want a lot of them. I think those would actually sell quite a lot, because knowing that foldable deck case is going to be in those packs. So on the topic of pro, you got like competitive tournaments and you got LGS. So if you guys got any thoughts to how LGS should be handled, let me know in the comments below. LGS, I think there should be like a separate distributor for LGS. I know Ventus announced and shared a link to the Bakugan's Facebook page to message Bakugan Facebook and to let LGS owners know to get stock in. And that's honestly very exciting. I'm glad that Ventus Knight and Bakugan have managed to take LGS and make it more serious, make Bakugan Pro more serious, and get local tournaments involved. I definitely would want LGS support, especially here in Canada. There's not much of a scene here. We were doing only Elite Bakugan, right? And that's probably the most LGS we got right now. So we're just like expanding newer territory, expanding our horizons, and trying to get more people into Bakugan as soon as possible. But I think the drive home point really is try to establish an actual LGS and try to actually get people involved into Bakugan by having local tournaments. That's how a lot of card games go. A lot of card games have LGS, and that's always driving home. That's always the thing that to make a game big. The three biggest games in the world right now: Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh. How they became successful because they ran LGS, and that's something that Bakugan should do. It's an extremely fun game. I definitely do love Bakugan's concept. It's not like any game that you have ever seen in the world. There's actually a little bit of skill involved. If you can't roll your Bakugan, you can't do crap. And if you can't roll your Bakugan, you can't play cards, you can't do anything, you can't deal damage, you can't attack. That is something that Bakugan is definitely unique with. And I think Bakugan has the potential to be one of the biggest games on the list. Will it be number one? I doubt it. I doubt it can make number one, but at least make it to like the top 5 or top 10 list of TCG games to play. And that is definitely a huge thing to look up to. That's a huge thing to live up to, and that's a huge thing to establish. And it's not like I'm putting pressure on you guys, but as definitely something that you guys should strive towards. And that's not really an easy goal. It may not happen soon, but it should be a goal to strive for. So on the topic of LGS and tournaments and pro play, so let's discuss the invitational. Let's discuss the invitational tournament. The invitational tournament was an event that took place in November, and that was supposed to involve showing off future stuff in 2020, having a tournament with invited BakuTubers into a tournament to showcase these new things and see which one has the potential to become the best in the world and world champion. There was a lot of BakuTubers there. There's even some invitees. The Ninja Kids was there as well. Ethan Monster, the Detective, M Stubbs, Kimbo, Jet Kuso, RXXC. A lot of people were there. Simo unfortunately couldn't make it because he was doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Play Tour. But one person that stood out in particular was probably Pheonixnighttt. I cannot generate enough praise for the performance that Pheonixnight has actually gotten and actually gave to us in Bakugan. What an unknown person. I've never heard of her in my entire life. Before Anime Expo. She came into Anime Expo and won the entire tournament out of nowhere. It's like she came she's a literal phoenix coming out of the fire from the ashes of the old series. I got a feeling she played the old series, but I'm not completely 100% sure, but it seems like it. She rose up from the ashes, got into Battle Planet, won Anime Expo, moved on to the invitational tournaments, and then she got into the final round with Jet Kuso. And somehow she put up a huge fight, made it past all those BakuTubers, made it to the final round with Jet Kuso, and you know, she still lost, but she put on an amazing performance. Probably one of the most underdog stories I have ever heard. And you know, I know there's a lot of comments and stuff going around. I'm not going to mention any names, but I know people are saying, you know, oh, she got lucky, or maybe she went overtime in Anime Expo, or if I didn't misplay this, she would have been knocked out round one or something like that. Like, no, that's not. That's you know, that's extremely arrogant, close-minded, and honestly a little bit pathetic. If I'm gonna be blunt, that's honestly a little bit pathetic. You know, Pheonixnighttt worked for what she had. She earned her spot in that tournament. You know, and I don't know her personally, and I don't know what she is like in real life, but she seems like a nice person. But she's not the type to just. She doesn't seem like the type to just go into time like that purposely just to win. And like from watching games with like MetaGG and her appearances on other channels, she seems like a genuine fan of the game. She demands the integrity of a game, and demands the absolute best of her opponents, and she absolutely gives it back. You know, that's the spirit of a true TCG player. She seems like a genuine player, and she put on an amazing performance. And to discredit her the way that you want to does not seem fair to her. Like, if you misplayed, or if you made a boo boo in one of your games against her, then, you know, tough luck. The best thing to do is just suck it up, move on, think about how you messed up, think about why you messed up, and try better the next time. Dwelling on the past is not going to change anything, you know, and to undermine her efforts like that is just sick. So that's my take on it, and sorry about rambling like that, but I just heard like the absolute most ridiculous things being said about her, and that's honestly very, very sad. You know, she earned her spot, and that's how that should be respected. So yeah, so we're going back to the invitational tournament. She goes against Jet Kuso, and Jet Kuso won. I do not expect anything less from Jet. You know, he's an awesome guy, and he knows so much about Bakugan. I'm just not surprised that he made it that fast, the way that fast, and became a world champion for 2019. You know, and I would definitely want to see a rematch with him and Simo, because they fought each other in Anime Expo, and Jet completely squashed him in a very quick match, in the cage match, and I would definitely want to see a rematch between those two. So, so the voice actors Julius Cho and Devin Mack, the voice actors for Magnus and Winton in the Bakugan Battle Brawlers anime, respectively, they were there too. One of these days, I might get one of them into this podcast, and we'll shoot the breeze, you know. Because I don't know how far they made it in the tournament, but apparently Julius lost to Jet. I think that's what I heard. He lost to Jet, I think, in like round 1 or round 2. I don't know, but you know, congratulations to Jet Kuso and everybody, M Stubbs, Kimbo, R-Triple-XC. You know, you guys know who you guys are. Everyone that took place in that tournament, congratulations, and hopefully we'll be able to brawl some other time. So moving on to the next one, based on what cards were revealed in the Invitational Tournament, what will be the most played deck in 2020? You know, I would have to go with Rapid Fire for most played deck in 2020 because red and black. This is not a bias to red and black. A lot of people that know me, I play red and black in Magic the Gathering, and I also play a darkest deck in Bakugan because and I've dabbled into Pyrus and Darkest in Bakugan before. Rapid Fire is the Pyrus and Darkest exclusive keyword, and the second Rapid Fire card you play is free, regardless of mana cost. So like you can play a Rapid Fire card that's like a one cost or something, and then all of a sudden you get Maximus Nilius first turn. That's pretty insane. And I think Wonton's Watchbox opened a Darkest Dragonoid starter set for Armored Alliance, and apparently what was inside is that Drago Skater card. That Drago Skater card definitely has the potential to be a very deadly card, and probably one of the ace cards of Bakugan Armored Alliance. Rapid Fire decks especially are probably going to look for that card. If you're looking for it in Hex, you'll probably buy packs. I want those packs in LGS. That's a definite demand. They look like they could be placed in LGS, so they are actually planning on putting LGS support in. They're like prioritizing it, I believe. Better distribution. Distribution has always been a thing that plagued Bakugan ever since the beginning. It's become a running joke at this point. But it does seem like they are going to fix distribution in Bakugan. So I'm very excited about that. And, what I'm very excited about is actually the Armored Alliance show. Now, the Armored Alliance show, honestly, I don't think there was any trailers or anything that was shown. But based on what we got, it does seem, Magnus is coming back. There's Adjit, the new character that's playing Feral in his team. So I'm very excited about that. I don't know what the show entails, but what should we expect in the show? I expect there to be a new enemy. They have to save the world again from Tico. Maybe Tico makes a return and maybe becomes a good guy, and maybe they'll finally make a toy of him. But Magnus could join the Awesome Ones as well, or maybe Magnus could get a spin-off, because arguably Magnus is like the best character in Bakugan. We'll have to wait until we see this Adjit character. But yeah, Magnus is definitely a key player in the Bakugan show, and I definitely would like to see a spin-off, or maybe even a prequel series of him. Maybe we can see what it was like for him in AA Animus as a kid, going through training. And that could be a series of its own, but I'm not sure. That's my opinion on it. Magnus has a very in-depth character, so having him be starring in a spin-off or a prequel series would be actually very cool. That's definitely what I want to see. Dan Kuzo definitely will get a starring role in Armored Alliance. So that's not really a spoiler there. The Armored Alliance show, I expect more in-depth writing and more stakes involved. I'm not asking for someone to die, maybe, but you want to have like an emotionally impactful scene, but still cater to children. You probably should kill someone off. Even maybe Leah's mom sacrifices herself so she can save Leah from some impending deletion or something like that. I'm just going off the top of my head here, but that's something you should really consider. But I'm very excited for Armored Alliance. I hope a trailer drops soon, because we're almost nearing the end of December, and we still have not seen a trailer for the new show yet. So hopefully that will be coming soon. And what's also coming soon is also more content for BakuTalk. If you guys have supported BakuTalk since the very beginning, I can't thank you enough for all the views and all the subs and all the comments and likes and all the positivity that's surrounded BakuTalk. You guys truly are what means the world to us, and we're going to try to improve BakuTalk even more. We're going to have more podcasts like these. We're going to have deck profiles. We're going to change up OEB a little bit. The thing that makes OEB different than the rest of the others that are doing brawling videos. We tried to put emphasis and enthusiasm and try to make it as watchable as possible for you guys. Get you guys excited about Bakugan. So that's so OEB. We have the record. We'll have a ranking. We'll have a end of the year ranking system coming in January. So right now we're just finishing up the season, and we'll have to reset our win-loss record. So there'll be a new ranking. So there'll be a new ranking and stuff, and yeah. So you'll get to see who has the best brawling record, who's some of the most elite brawlers that you've ever seen in the entire world, and we'll also have more content for you. We'll have more content for you guys. Just pretty much. So yeah, BakuTalk analysis as usual, BakuTalk news every single week as usual. I know you guys like to keep up with the news and the current trends and all that, and that's something that's very exciting, and can't wait to give you guys some more content to enjoy. So basically wrapping up this podcast. What can we expect from 2020? LGS support, that more mats, more taking pro a little bit more seriously, and I think I got a feeling that rapid fire might become a meta in 2020, but we don't have a established meta yet because there's no competitive tournaments, which is something that's we're gonna change that we're hoping to change in 2020. What can BakuTalk do for you? Podcasts like these. Probably with more people, not just me. More OEB as usual. More BakuTalk news. More BakuTalk analysis. Baku Ramble is still gonna probably go on. You could probably count this as a Baku Ramble because it's just me and not anybody else. And hopefully the invitationals in 2020 will be even more better than this year. Not that this year wasn't good, but it was actually good. But in 2020, I hope that you get better. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I've been Haru Ren. Have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and that was the BakuTalking Longer podcast.